looks so scary when he has Vengeful Spirit.
Oh my goodness, if you game number 1 of the losers finals, it is Viking GG, it is OG.
Meepo from bringing out additional Wraith Bands. Not the end of the world. Boom doesn't need any regen or anything, but and that courier does respawn pretty fast. But First Blood top lane, the trial lane comes into play where they hit level 2. Yeah.
There's a chance they just leave him to his device's bottom and 3-man clear the stack, but at some point that is the only way of recovery for these supports. And whenever your lane's the way it is, you just got to get creative.
Toby taking a bit of damage down bottom, but Seb is going to be careful. He's fairly low, but he is bottling up, and the tower aggro being taken by the creep, so Toby could be in some trouble here. Seb gets hit by another Whirling Death. Toby's going near them, and he took the tower aggro. Luckily, the Timber Chain doesn't latch on, and
TERRORBLADE is really strong. TERRORBLADE's only weak against Timber super early, and like a kill like this even can tilt the tides of the game so drastically. That was a huge rotation from No Tail. So casual, hardly anything expended. Gives a tip to Sumail to say, "Hey, buddy, carry me." So he's looking to make that be the place.
He really wants to use his haste.
It's a free kill if you lasso anybody with a haste at this stage in the game, unless he's able to TP. But 33.
33
might be going down because of that, but no. The Helm Dom is already online for Lycan, so he's quite farmed, all things considered.
The fact that it can work on Ancients is fantastic for those kind of moments like we just saw. Toby getting dove at bottom, but here comes Shad TPing in. Boots of travel on Seb, but he's being chased down by a Lycan.
I don't think he can TP out, so he's going to get chased. He has to just keep stacking up those stickies during the retreat. Actually, lasso. Shad? Okay.
That's not how that one's meant to go, BSJ.
And it was because I believe Na'Vi at the time had no burst damage. And that's what makes TERRORBLADE difficult to play. In this game, Viking GG just doesn't really have that. As we see, Seb kind of just has free reign of the map with these lassos he's getting to use off cooldown. Just finding all of these heroes that are farming. I think Viking is under the impression in the draft that they were going to be allowed to farm against OG. Kind of an odd...
Swap back. Aramis could be the next hero in trouble. The Maz Arena going to catch 3 as well. This is perfect from 33. We haven't seen much from him, but he shows up to the perfect fight. The swap being protected as well. No Tail with the swap to pull him away.
Nice swap.
And Toby gets hit by the Egg stun. Should be going down. With the Timber Chain out, though, he might be okay. There is a dive from Saxa, but he doesn't
tier
want
1
to commit.
tower is going to go down.
Yeah. By the way, Saxa maxing out Sunray. Just a 1 point in Fire Spirit.
I'm not exactly sure like what objective on the map there is for them, other than just a straight-up kill. It appears they're going to just go for the kill.
They got the butt spear. The tower was a little bit too far, but they'll get the kill anyway.
Today is going to be a good day.
Toby.
Oh, the Metamorphosis illusion in the camp. That was the value.
He left it there knowing the Timber Chain was going to happen.
Indeed.
Sumail now finding the 15-minute neutral items, gets a Growth Bow, gets a People's Gift. We'll see what he wants to hold on to. Back at mid, though, there's been an arena. Lycan trapped in, gets the spear. 33 again with the egg on the outside. He's trapped inside. Shad will wear off, so he will get away from the egg and run back to safety, luckily. But the egg stun does catch the Meepo. Unfortunately for 33, he's maybe a bit overcommitted here. The Sunray is healing him up. Is this going to be enough? It doesn't look like it. 33 is melting. And luckily for Viking, they find themselves a good team fight where...
If the Lycan buffs to his damage output are significant enough since then, but I'm under the impression that as this game goes on, Lycan just does absolutely nothing to TERRORBLADE. As we see a Blink lasso.
Yep. Pull in Toby with the Metamorph damage. It's going to be close. Doesn't look like they've got this kill. Winter's Curse on the backlines. Unfortunately, that does not catch Sumail. Sumail needs a Sun Attack. He's got an easy one with the Meepo.
What?
Meepo just runs into that one, and Sumail says, thanks for the help.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Appreciate the full heal, sir. As he also gets the Necro Book. 150 gold each. Going to be missing no matter what. So it makes sense that the opponent happens to have 2 right-click cores that cannot buy MKB.
Whoa, Toby scouts out Roche with a Timber Chain on through, but he's now being speared back into the pit. They're ignoring him for now. No, Sumail's going to change target, start right-clicking away on him, but does switch back to Roshan. They're keeping vision of this. The Wyvern flying on in, but Sumail wants this Roche with the Sunray heal. He should have it. Wyvern's trying to steal its Celery. He now just gets focused instead and brought down by Seb's magic damage. Sumail will claim the Aegis with ease as another spear back onto Toby. 33 doing a great job of just zoning them away from this Roche pit, and that Helm Creep will be claimed by Sumail. Another plus 200.
33 is my new favorite Mars player, that's for sure.
One of the best mechanics and hero combos, I feel like, in Dota, Phoenix with TERRORBLADE and Phoenix with Ags. You refresh Metamorph. It's basically TP's ultimate And there's a reason Axe Phoenix does not refresh ultimates, because it'd be
This is very
broken.
true. I forgot about that.
So here we go. Viking GG, one last wrap. Perhaps they catch Saxa to start the fight off. There's an egg used very early, but the Mazarine are going to protect it perfectly.
Ranged
Placed from
attacks
Saxa.
can't get
Can
it.
they get it? Wyvern's inside inside the pit, but he doesn't manage to kill off the egg. The
Wow.
ranged attacks from the outside, unable to hit it. 4 dead. Viking GG, only a Meepo surviving, and he didn't even come to the fight. Perfect
so
reaction.
well played by 33, actually.
Yep. Positions 1 through 4, they're all hitting their creeps. And position 5 is just trying to play Pudge or something.
If there's one or two creeps left, position 5 will find it. As No Tail walks to the high ground, looking to swap potentially.
Yep. Runs
The
into
lift onto the cliff?
Aramis?
No,
No.
he doesn't.
No Tail has a swap potentially. Needs to be careful. He gets speared back, but the blink lasso onto Seb. He is next to some teammates while he gets cursed, but it's not the TB.
33 was
thankfully.
disarmed.
And 33 goes in with the arena, pops the bulwark to push him a little bit further away with the God's Rebuke as well. 33 taking a lot of damage from this Meepo. Meepo still alive for now. The Cold Embrace helping him out. Boom. He saved himself
Viking
the E-Blade
GG?
now. Viking GG. They're still going to deal with Sumel, and he's got a Sunder, unfortunately. It was a
God.
perfectly played team fight by them. I mean, the Meepo, one Meepo saved by a Cold Embrace, another by an E-Blade. It still wasn't enough.
It's funny because I was thinking usually when you deal with these raid boss heroes, you want to just kill the rest of their team and then kill them. I was wondering if they could even kill TERRORBLADE with the rest of his team dead. And this answers my question.
Well, TB,
The answer is no, in case you guys were
on
wondering.
the illusion. No. Oh, he goes down.
Oof.
And Sumel.
And he just TP'd out.
But that's easy tier 3 tower. That bonus range coming into play from the Vengeful Spirit, allowing the TB just to sit back and wail away. The Lycan going in from the side is going to find 33. 33 in some trouble here, but he's got a Sunray heal and just runs outside of his own arena to save himself. And the Winter's Curse coming in, but the egg's already been used. Lycan dying here. The Sunray from the egg. It's the Death Star just raining fire from above. And meanwhile, Sumel and the TB is just, well, you can't ignore this guy. He's going to take your base. This is a second lane of racks being claimed.
I'm learning on Mars against heroes like Wyvern and any taunts, it's really good to just use your Bulwark in the fight, because when he gets cursed with his teammates, he's not hitting them, because during Bulwark active, you're disarmed. So it's kind of interesting to see that Wyvern thinks he's getting this 3-man curse, and it's not actually doing anything.
How does the Bulwark work against the Winter's Curse, like your TB's ranged attacks? Would it reduce them? Any chance of that?
I'm not sure, actually.
That
I'd
would
have
be
to
an
check that
interesting
one.
mechanic.
Yeah, I can check that after the game.
Sumel charging forward. As we start to see the end of game 1, you've got to imagine. Sumel still has a Sunder who's been chain stunned here. They'd love to kill him off for the ages. Oh no, Sumel, he gets the Sunder.
No.
And boom, well,
Not like this.
the Sunray onto the Cold Embrace. It should be able to bring down this Meepo. It does, and he's got no buyback. I don't see a way out of this game other than what Viking GG just did. They typed those last 2 letters of their name. They GG'd out, and OG have dominated game 1.
I think this game was a story of 2 hard farmers in the mid lane.
You had to have somebody who steps forward and tanks the brunt of the action.
I feel like I'd give him...
Timbersod.
All right, so we got 2 for OG. Is this going to be a 2-0? Are they going to make it to the grand finals against Virtus Pro?
It doesn't really change my opinion on potentially having a disastrous landing stage. So we'll see what they do. Maybe early to rotations, which from Shadow Demon Venge.
The disasters have begun, by the way. Drow, 0 CS so far. Wave onto tower.
Yeah,
Drow with
this is-
terrible base damage. And oh, by the way, Venge is dead up here.
Yeah.
You just dive the tower. You've got a double creep wave. You've got treants.
Courier?
You've got Blightstone. The courier is
courier
being
bait.
juked. He wants
Oh,
the
no,
courier. He
the-
needs to get it. He misses it with the
Oh my
multi-shot.
God.
Oh, it's a disaster. And
Is
Seb
what they'll end up having to go for,
No.
and that's up to them, because none of it. I don't want to have that weight on my shoulders.
Well, we're going to see another kill in the top lane. Sucks. You're about to say, get that kill, please. Viking GG. It goes the way of Shad. It looked like Celery was trying to leave it to him, but they're going to probably both die for this one. Celery would love to grab those bounty runes. He's going to turn and just try and fight Seb. Throws out the wave and...
Wait, what?
Oh,
He just stopped. Oh, okay.
Okay.
He just
Just
wanted
Toby
Toby to get
rotating.
the
Here we
solo
go.
kill. That makes sense.
Toby.
But yeah, Toby just doing the complete dodge game. Saksa looking to punish this efficiency that Toby is going for as he goes for the first item Javelin, and he's just farming the wave as well as the camp. And Toby
Eliminate
Kenny,
as well.
he should be fine if he gets
TB
past
out.
the fissure.
Oh, he's got a homing missile on him. Sumel came
Yeah,
in,
never
though.
mind. By fine, I mean he can get a nice reset of health and mana by going to base.
Yep. Well, he goes down. Not the biggest gold bounty as Sumel gets. Does seem like Seb is intent, despite being top net worth, to go for the team items. Has a mech queued up and is looking for another kill here with the fissure block. Saxa is going to set up a nice kill for Seb.
Toby's actually
a bit about the
playing.
offlane.
He's actually playing really well right now. I'm watching him. He has to get as much farm as possible while buying 33's time and not dying.
Oh, he's coming in for a kill now in the mid lane. The swashbuckle up with the disruption.
No mana.
Toby gets.
Oh no!
Can't get the rolling thunder off.
I love how every time I say a player's playing well, they do that.
Yep. He flubbed it. He went for the greedy swashbuckle into rolling thunder. Didn't have the mana, and by the time he did, he just got chain stunned and couldn't get it off.
From Seb. He's got an Orchid queued up now. Okay. Maybe. Gyro doesn't really build armor items. So his HP will effectively be taking pure damage.
Yep. 33 going to look to defend the tier 1 tower down bottom, but he just, when charging in, gets caught by a soul catcher, taking a lot of damage here. The rolling thunder chain sending him up nicely, but the damage is, it's just barely enough in the end as Seb does get a return kill on Celery. The Echo Slam going to be slightly off the mark as Toby gets out of this one, and OG committing all 5 heroes to the fight to defend the tier 1. Flak going to kill out a Courier. Now the nice Will-O-Wisp is going to pull everyone back in. Aramis was trying to help out his buddy Boom, but Boom is just trapped inside this Coddle ultimate. Gets out a few more spells, breathes fire onto a couple heroes to get them low. Fissure going to catch Aramis, actually blocks him in.
Is he going to die to this poison?
He's got an easy
he
kill.
waited to pop the poison. Yeah. So we do see a smoke coming up from Viking GG. They have the Blink DK. They have all their ultimates. Pretty low cooldown team, but 33 does break the smoke. Will-O-Wisp used.
Insta Will-O-Wisp. Toby's going to get the rolling thunder out. Cancels the Timber Chain. He's catching out the backlines. Boom's managed to get himself out of
Gyro's
the Will-O-Wisp.
lockdown.
Yeah, Gyro's in a very aggressive position. Does have the call down, but he dies before he can follow it up with any damage. Does set up a kill onto Toby, so it's a 1-for-1 trade so far. And Seb showing up to the party. We've seen this one before.
God, he hits so hard.
Leans up. The right clicks.
That's no damage from his ultimate either. He just has that 30 damage talent at 10. Already hits for 165 with a Blightstone.
They're not done. They're going to catch
no Yules.
Aramis.
Oh!
We found the...
I just named 4 of their 5 heroes.
So he doesn't need a BKB because it's not all fire. Is what I'm hearing.
You're right, actually. He can postpone it a couple more items.
Yeah. This is Pub's like, nah, if only 4 of the heroes have stuns, no BKB needed. Nice swap out. Saves
He's
Aramis,
dead to
but
the
Celery.
Flag, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I know he does end up surviving.
He
And they've
sticks
still
up.
got the Venge Illusion, so they've got that Venge aura in this fight. They're going to keep on trying to fight with the Jar Ranger, but the survivability of this Radiant team, they pop the mech and they're A-OK. They do lose the Keeper of the Light here. DK's in some trouble here. The Chakram going to break the Sprout, but he silenced up the E-Blade there to help him out.
It's a Bloodthorn, not an Orchid.
Well, perhaps that's why the E-Blade's there to try and save your team, but 33 on the front lines is just so down. Taking the blink, the Echo Slam catches out the back line. Drow Ranger in trouble. Shad going to go down without buyback as he just pulled out this E-Blade, and Toby now, silenced up, is just melting to the right-click damage. He goes down without buyback, and OG may just go high ground. It's looking like Viking GG is just dead there.
Boom has no ult.
I mean, those odds I don't think reflect where the game is at right now, as Viking GG have just lost hero after hero. Their high ground is being sieged. Timber is just up in the DK's face. A swap save being forced from Celery as Sumail pops the BKB. Just looking to flack off absolutely everybody. Toby rolling around. We'll catch No Tail in the corner here. The Ag's doing some damage, but not really enough, as OG have just bullied Viking GG deep into their base. The cooldown comes out. The stun onto the Venge secures the kill. They lose the Coddle once again. Poor No Tail's having a bit of a rough time as the multi-shot does find him, but the Sprout onto Boom. He's being caught. Follow-up stun. And OG have caused a dieback on the Dragon Knight. Looking to seal the deal here. 33 wants Shad. He finds a tree on the other side of the enemy base where you don't normally expect to be gone on, and Shad, I think, knows his life is absolutely done for. He's trying to hold his ground and fight, but it's a team wipe, and OG have now secured themselves game number 2 and a spot in the Grand Finals against Virtus Pro. We've got a banger of a Grand Finals for you, and unfortunately, Viking GG perhaps a bit figured out today in this best of 3.